Give a shout out to Jon Fox over at Lead Fever. He's like, hey, I think you'd like this. I'd really like to send you some. Give it a test. See what it's like. I think you'll be surprised. Let's see what we got. Wow, okay, a little light.
SK Semi-Auto is rated at 1132 feet per second. SK claims their semi-auto rifle is engineered with optimum velocity for consistent and effortless cycling and semi-automatic actions. 0.8 inches, 1.53 MOA.
Much lighter than I would expect them to be, considering they're rated for semi-automatic. Kind of steps below standard velocity into the subsonic range.
0.86 inches, 1.65 MOA.
Wow, no wonder that thing dropped.
0.72 inches.
Oh. Wow.
0.89 inches, 1.71 MOA.
Some weird numbers out of this. I'm really shocked. I don't know what else to say.
.64 inches. .69 inches, 1.32 MOA.
These numbers are all over the place. Is this why he wanted me to test this ammo? Wow, 1021 to 935. What the?
.76 inches.
Print's a decent group. And then you have flyers. It's almost like finding the good side of Remington Ranch hand.
.69 inches, 1.33 MOA.
All right, right there, that group. You have 4 in 1 in probably a 4/10 of an MOA group. And then you have that one that like screws it to a 1-inch group. What the hell?
.9-inch group.
This will be a 4-shot group.
Just shy of a 1/2 inch at .91 MOA.
I don't know what to say, folks. Let's go down and take a look at it. This is it's got me baffled.
With the velocity inconsistencies, we've finished up at .75 inches or 1.42 MOA.
Everyone, we're lined up here with SK Semi-Auto Rifle. Let's check this out. Run it through the chrono, through the CZ457, see what we've got.
The cold bore shot was low, then things started to tighten up. .36 inches. .49 inches, less than 1 MOA. .2 of an inch, 0.37 MOA.
That's pretty. Ah.
0.37 inches, 0.7 MOA. 0.36 inches. .16 inches, 0.031 MOA.
Folks, I will say this, and I want to jinx it. This shit is shooting nice. Real nice. Ah! Slow down, dumbass.
A half-inch group, 0.96 MOA. Three-tenths of an inch, 0.57 MOA.
All right. Wow. Let's go down and check that out. Damn it, son.
For an overall group total of 0.34 or 0.065 MOA.
Leave a comment. Let me know what ammo you'd like to see tested next.
Got the SK semi-auto rifle. Gonna throw it through the TX22. Look at the velocities, see how it does. 6 rounds, here we go. .888, and doesn't have enough to get out of itself. We have a stovepipe, unlike this, to have an issue. All right, well, you saw the numbers. Let's head to the garage and talk about it. We're back out here with the kid barreled 1022. We're going to give this SK semi-auto rifle, well, I'll be honest with you, another try. Got a different lot this time than we'd had before. The velocities out of the semi-automatic were less than desirable, hanging it up to maybe a bad box. So we've got another box here. Going to get this done. Let's see how she does. We got 30 rounds, 6 groups of 5. We got a cold bore here.
Removing the cold bore shot, it grouped nicely at 0.42 inches. .53 inches, 1 MOA. Again, 0.53 inches. .56 inches. .51 inches.
Okay, come over.
Removing the shot that I pulled, 0.2 inches or 0.39 MOA. Let's take a look at the groups. For an overall average of 0.46 inches or 0.088 MOA.
All right, we'll check them out, see how they did through the chrono, and then we'll take them back, and as we always do, we'll tear them down and see what's inside, see what makes them work the way they do.
With SK Semi-Auto Rifle, we offer a tale of 2 lot numbers. The first offering, we had a high of 1051, 7% below, a low of 918, with an average of 978. That's an extreme spread of 133 and a standard deviation of 31. What gives? I sourced an additional box with a different lot number of SK Semi-Auto, and the numbers improved to the 1022, a high of 1068, low of 988 after removing the 960 cold bore, an average of 1036. Still 8% below the rated 1132 with an ES of 80 and a standard deviation of 17. The CZ457 was tested with the original lot, posting a high of 1149, low of 1063, averaging 1112 with an ES of 86 and an SD of 17. With the TX22, overall we were about 23% less on average. We had a high of 908, low of 824, and an average of 876 with an ES of 84 and an SD of 35. We pulled apart a few rounds of SK Semi-Auto, and here's how they fared. The rim thickness checked in between 42 and 43 thousandths, only a 1,000th of an inch variation. Overall weight, we have 0.4 of a grain variation from a low of 50.5 to a high of 51.98. From a low of 39.83 grains to a high of 40.22. The 0.42 grain variation was directly related to the overall weight of the round. The powder was gray and cylindrical and uniform in size, and very close, with only 0.02 of a grain variation between the four that we sampled. The SK Semi-Auto uses a burnt orange priming compound, unlike the neon green seen in most. This was the largest area of variation, with nearly 0.2 of a grain difference across the four that we sampled. And that wraps it up. And wow, SK Semi-Auto gave me a lot to think about. The velocities, all over the place between the lots and nowhere near the rated numbers in the Semi-Autos. But then it turns around and drops sub-MOA groups at 50 yards like it's nothing. When I broke it down, the weight variation is almost entirely in the bullet. The powder charges were shockingly consistent, and that's exactly why this stuff is worthy of weight sorting if you want the tightest, most predictable groups. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, drop a comment, and let me know what ammo you want to see tested next.
I gotta say, John, thank you for reaching out to me. Had an old co-worker and then turned into a volunteer firefighter friend. His name was Jon Fox. John's just a few years older than me, but we lost John about 10 years ago to cancer. He was a hell of a guy, a great person, and always looking out for others. And Jon Fox, up in heaven, I miss you. And Jon Fox, Lead Fever, I'm glad to have met you. You guys are a lot alike. It means a lot.